Hey everyone, this is Into the Fray and it's September 23rd, 2021, and I wanted to do a video today on religious exemptions and how some people are basically saying that we have no basis for our religious exemptions, no matter what denomination you're from, because you're supposed to love your neighbor as yourself, and you're not doing that when you don't go get your toxcines. Now, what set this off for me was a lady. She made a post in a group I'm in about doing religious exemptions for our specific church. Let me see if I can find it here. Give me just a second. There's like a lot of stuff here. Okay. So this is what she said. Reaching out to see if anyone has had success with the religious exemption for the mandatory you-know-whats for work. If you have had success, would you mind sharing your letter you used for work with me? Thank you for your consideration. And this is what he said. Now, this is what this guy had said above me, but I was just making my first comment. I said, I have experience. Do not mention your denomination. They can use it against you. I use scripture verses that support that our bodies are the temple of God, and we cannot put unclean things into our bodies. The toxins contain aborted fetal cells and other harmful contents, and we are against the murder of children. You can also supply verses pertaining to the worship of Moloch and how God was angry with them for sacrificing their children to Moloch. Let me know if you need more help. And also, you could take it a step further and, say that this is idol worship. But anyways, and so as you can see here, this Nathan Smith said, what would be the basis for an exemption from a restoration perspective, which is our church? And so then I made this comment down below that. And this man is supposed to be a priesthood member, mind you. This is why I'm so perturbed, because Christians are not standing up for the truth. And a lot of people are okay with injecting themselves with these horrible, nasty, dangerous things. It just makes me so angry. And so anyway, so he continued to post on under his comment, if a faithful restorationist cannot get the vaccine, I might be in the wrong church. And then this man was saying, they're using this to divide us, basically, and so forth and so on. This is what I told him. I said, our church is riding the beast, Mystery Babylon. We need to come out of Babylon and be separate. As for me and my house, we will serve the one true God. I should have looked this one up to show you guys, but this is from the Doctrine and Covenants, section 1, starting with verse 3. In the day cometh that they who will not hear the voice of the Lord, neither the voice of his servants, neither give heed to the words of the prophets and apostles, shall be cut off from among the people. Oh man, it keeps erasing, or taking me back to the very beginning. For they have strayed from mine ordinances and have broken mine everlasting covenant. They seek not the Lord to establish his righteousness. But every man walketh in his own way, and after the image of his own God, whose image is in the likeness of the world, and whose substance is that of an idol, which waxeth old, and shall perish in Babylon, even Babylon the Great, which shall fall. And then I said, and don't worry, God said judgment will start in his house, so all those who truly do not love him and keep his commandments will be sifted out. And we are truly seeing the sifting of the wheat and the tares right now, even in the church, because people are walking after the image of their own gods. They are following man rather than following God. And I'll get back to that one later. And this girl commented and said, just sending you love. Being a believer in science while also a restoration member is very difficult right now. Just wanted to let you know there are a large number of people out there that support your belief, but we have stepped away from this platform for our own mental health. That's hilarious. And then this other idiot started, and I'm not going to mince words. I'm just going to call it like it is. You're an idiot if you believe in the lies of Satan and you don't want to hear truth from the scriptures. And nobody here was posting scriptures except for me and like one or two other people on here. And the rest of these people, they are just blindly following Satan and science and man, which is all pretty much rolled up together into one big, huge, horrible, nasty mess. So anyways, I'm very, very upset about this because it's just so... First of all, it's very upsetting to see other Christians just, like I said before, blindly following along, just going along with what everybody else in the world is doing when we are told specifically as believers and followers of Christ to follow him and not the world. I'm going to try to make this as short as possible, and so this guy, he was, advocating for the Pfizer and the Moderna because they don't use the cells of the, unborn babies that were killed in their injections, so that's okay. But as I had iterated with other people and another comment on this, they can still contain trace amounts and say they don't have them. But seriously, do you truly think they wouldn't lie to us about this? He goes, how? Can you share where it comes from? First of all, they just can regurgitate just what the FDA or government, whatever government alphabet soup agency is telling them. That's the only links he could put out there. And from his local news stations. And so I posted this. You think your government wouldn't infect you with a virus? I have some blankets I'd like to sell you, referring to the smallpox blankets. Oh, man. And how do I know this? That they can contain small traces of these elements? Well, because when I've been pregnant, every doctor, midwife, nurse, whoever out there has been pushing the Rhogam injection on me. And before I woke up to all of this, I didn't do my research on it. And it's not safe in pregnancy or outside of pregnancy. Either for the mother nor for the child. And there's so many people that are like, oh, they have mercury-free, thimerosal-free Rhogams. No, actually, all of them contain it. Now, what they can do is they can contain a minuscule trace amount because that's how they filter the toxins out, is with the thimerosal. It's one of the things that they use to filter it. So they all contain it. They can say, oh, it doesn't contain it because it has like less than 0.0%. It's like 0.01% or something like that. Don't quote me on that, but you have to go research it yourself. But they can still contain these things because they contain a trace amount in them. And people don't realize that, and the more I looked into this, I realized how, oh gosh, I can't think of where I was going with this, but how sinister, how evil this all is, how diabolical it is. And as I was doing my research, I came across this, important thing about the Rhogam, okay? However, okay, let me back up here. Okay, so immunology textbooks still correctly point out that Rhogam should be given after childbirth, only if the baby is Rh positive. So yeah, this is for, I forgot to tell you guys. So Rhogam and all the other injections for the mothers that are Rh negative blood types. And so for some reason they want to go after, especially like I don't know, I feel like, like the O negative, that's what I am. So people go after, they find out you're Rh negative. Oh my goodness, you're going to have to get this shot during pregnancy and then after, because, you never know. You could be desensitized, or your baby, if you have any more babies, they'll die. And no, that's not the case. Okay. So they point out that you should be given this injection only if the baby's Rh positive and after childbirth, which I disagree with. I don't think anybody should be given this, but, so then it goes on to say in this article, however, the company that manufactures Rhogam lobbied to have its use expanded to all Rh negative mothers during and after pregnancy to guarantee that all high-risk mothers were protected. They lobbied to have it given during pregnancy. They don't even know what this does to the children, the unborn children. And so I've had my own midwives try to push this on me. I'm like, no. Although, in my other pregnancies, I have done it because I didn't know. I didn't do my research. And then I kind of woke up to, what everything was going on. And I started researching this for myself. But guess what? You can't find it on the first few pages of Google. You have to keep going. You have to sift through all this disinfo to find even something that kind of gives you an idea of what is going on and everything. I will put this info, if I can find, I printed all this out when I found it, when I was doing the research. And I came across a lady named Sheri Nakken, and just Google her and put Rhogam in there with her, and a lot of info comes up on that. But anyway, so that's kind of like a side story to all of this. But so that's where I came up with this idea. Oh my gosh, how could I blaspheme their God of science and Satan, How dare I go against the CDC and the FDA? Oh, can't do your own research? And this is what he posted on his Facebook page. People arguing for a religious exemption to a vaccine, or crap, I can't say that on here. Hopefully I don't get flagged. Okay, so for a toxine, are saying that receiving the toxine is incompatible with membership in the religious community. Is that really the message you want to send to your fellow church members? No, this is not what we're saying. See how they twist words around to satisfy their own little ideas and misleadings on what... Oh my gosh, I'm so angry right now. I can't even talk. I can't even get out... my thoughts on this. It just makes me so angry. I can't get all this into the screenshot. I'm sorry, guys. So anyways, yeah, I want this message to get out to my fellow church members and other Christians that may not understand or know because they haven't done their own research. They're just blindly following the world. He's a priestcraft, a worker of priestcraft. And all the other pastors and elders and priests, all the other priesthood members that are not speaking out against this, that aren't taking a stance, that aren't speaking up for God, for the truth, for the gospel, you guys are leading people astray. You guys are working for Satan, and I have no problem. I could say this to his face, but he probably wouldn't show his face to me. That's how angry I am about this. They don't even read their scriptures, or if they do read them, they have no understanding. And it's really sad. And I question his priesthood authority. I don't think he should be in the priesthood. He shouldn't. And none of these people that they have no faith in God. They're faking it. It's fake. Just like this Cabrona virus. So in 2 Thessalonians 2:11, it says, "And for this cause, God shall send them a strong delusion that they should believe a lie." Yep, that's summing it up right there. And then this clip from, I think it's from Robin Hood, I think. Something on YouTube had posted it on their community tab, and I saw this and was like, this fits exactly right in with all these Christian sellouts, satanic sellouts that are working for Satan, but they're pretending to work for God.
Oh.
Selling people astray.
Sold your soul to Satan, your grace. You accused innocent men of witchcraft and let them die. Brother Friar, you would not strike a fellow man of the cloth.
Oh yes, I would.
No, I wouldn't. In fact, I'll help you pack for your journey. You're going to need lots of gold to help you on your way to a very rich enough. Here's 30 pieces of silver. To pay the devil on your...
Did you guys catch that? 30 pieces of silver?
Way to hell!
So yeah, that's basically how I feel at this moment. So going back to my comment about priestcraft, this is in 2 Nephi chapter 11 and verse 106. He's talking about priestcraft in this. "He commandeth that there shall be no priestcrafts, for behold, priestcrafts are that men preach and set themselves up for a light unto the world." Isn't that about, sounds like what I just showed you on there? They're a light to the world. They're shining their light about the toxines so that everybody can go get their toxin, can go get their jab, so they can get their mark, that they may get gain and praise of the world. But they seek not the welfare of Zion. They don't care about God's kingdom. They're working for Satan's kingdom here on earth. They're working for the temporal. They're not worried about your spiritual well-being. Oh my goodness, that reminds me. I forgot to go back here on this. Okay, so this, let me see. Where did I post it at? Hold on, guys. Sorry about this. Oh yeah, Acts 5:29. "The Peter and the other apostles answered and said, We ought to obey God rather than men." Very, very angry. Let me see. I was wanting to make this video when I was not so upset, but every time I look at this, it makes me more and more upset and angry. So this is the admin, Miss Holly over here, who thinks she's, you know, I don't know what she thinks she is, but she thinks she's pretty awesome. Well, she goes, "I hope everyone will keep in mind that the decision about how someone handles a Cabrona virus should not divide us." Would Christ say he wouldn't associate with those who handle it differently than he? No, you know what Christ would do? He would be standing up against this. Unlike you sensitive sissies who are, you know, you're just followers of man and Satan. We should all have the freedom to make medical decisions for ourselves and allow others to do the same. Now, yes, I do agree with that. But they are leading people astray by not speaking the truth about this and doing their own research. Because we're all just a bunch of followers. We don't actually go out and research and prepare ourselves the way we're supposed to. How is God supposed to work with us if we don't put our own time and energy and effort into it? What we individually decide about this has nothing to do with our covenant and baptism or the truth of the restored gospel. Well, I don't think you know what the restored gospel is, sweetie. You don't. She has no idea. And it keeps taking me back. Hold on. This is really annoying. I don't know why it does that. Please do not suggest it. Okay, so this is her continuing on. There are those who are weak in the faith that cannot sift through this in their minds right now. Well, maybe they need to get stronger. God didn't call us to sit on our rear ends and not do anything, now did he? If you get the toxin, I hope you have all the information to make that choice. I support your decision to do so. If you chose not to, I hope the same. No, honey, you're just leading people astray. You're just as bad as that Nathan Smith man. If you want to call him a man, he's not really a man. If you want to wear a mask for yourself and your body, okay. If you don't, that's fine. Oh, yes. She talks down to you like you're an idiot, like a little child. She's very narcissistic. So is this dude. This is not a salvation issue. Oh my goodness, this is what really set me off. Don't you think we have enough to deal with without the saints fussing at each other about this? We must stand up for the freedom of each of our brothers. No, we need to stand up for the truth. The truth is, they're trying to take away all of our freedoms. This is ridiculous. So when I replied to her, I said, I respectfully disagree that this is a salvation issue. This is the mark of the beast. People in some places aren't allowed to go or to buy or go places without it. Sorry, messed that one up. People need to wake up. This is satanic and evil. And she's following along just with these other people that are advocating for this. And let me just end with something here. I came across this video yesterday. Look at this PCR test that's not even made for this whole Cabrona virus pandemia. Look at these fibers. So what they did was they took this PCR test out of the packaging and kind of started taking the swabs off of it, taking it apart. And this is what was underneath all the cotton. This is what they stick up inside your brain, you guys. And this other lady, I think it's on NWO Nemesis, on her channel, she was showing that her forehead is magnetized. Like, she can put metal things and it sticks to her forehead. Because she's getting this test every, 2 times a week for, 10 months. Because she didn't want to get the jabberoo, you know what I mean? Look at that. And that's what you guys are sticking up inside your foreheads, inside your brains.
I'm going to upset you because I can see. Oh, hello.
Look at that. That's not normal. Morgellons, or I don't know how you pronounce it. Is it Morgellons or Morgellons, however you say it? This thing, they stick that up in you, and then it grows, and it just goes throughout your body. And they're doing this to little children. This makes me sick. And I know people at my own church who have been doing this, getting this test done. Welcome to the beast system. Christians that are not awake to this, you all make me sick. You guys are following Satan, and you guys are just working for him and helping his little agenda along. Makes me sick. And pretty soon they're going to be like, oh, I'm sorry, you can't come to our church if you haven't got the little jabberoo. I just know it. And we're supposed to be, unified. We're supposed to be together as one in Christ, helping each other. So they got the jabberoo, and if I can't go buy or sell something, are they going to go buy it for me and give it to me? I doubt it. I highly doubt it. So that's my little rant for today. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Please, share it with others if you feel led to do so. And I really appreciate you guys for subscribing and supporting this channel. Thank you all. God bless you, and have a great day.